Good afternoon, one and all. I, Nisha Kale, Academic Coordinator of CP Goenka International School, Thane, would like to welcome our panel host of hosts, our Chief Operating Officer, Ms. Jayashree Kumar, Principal, Ms. Sharmila Madiwale, Coordinator, IGCSE Coordinator, Radhika, Ms. Radhika, Ms. Swati Deshpande, a founder member and head of grades 5, 6, 7, parents, teachers, learners, and other staff members who are watching us live on this YouTube session. We are very pleased to have with us our founder principal and current Chief Operating Officer, Ms. Jayashree Kumar, who has been instrumental in sealing the bond of trust with all our stakeholders over the years. A symbol of compassion blended with her spirituality. Our school has sailed through difficult times, including this pandemic. Jayashree ma'am, we welcome you, and a few introductory words of address to our audience.
Thank you so much, Nisha ma'am, for your kind words. Good afternoon, dear parents. Good afternoon, Sharmila. Good afternoon, all the learners. We are waiting for you to come back to the campus. Today, we are very happy. I think after 2 years, we received students from grades 1 to 4, and the campus again came to life. Tomorrow again, primary children are coming. The remaining divisions who couldn't come today because we had 50% attendance. And believe you me, it was fun. We gave them a very warm welcome. And more than the children who were anticipated turned up. Some of them were filled with such lovely emotions. And some of them were hugging the table. They were, missing the school. They were touching the green board, touching the doors of the classroom. I think children have had a very long association with the school. Now, not being there on campus has probably made them really sad. But nevertheless, good times start again on campus. And we were very happy to welcome the primary section today. And all the staff members, everybody, the campus is live today. Similar kind of an emotion, I'm sure we will have when you all will come back to campus. We are more than prepared. And for you, there is nothing to worry. Grades 5 onwards, children are slightly older, more sensible, more responsible, and more receptive to the instructions. And they are, after all, our children. So CP Goenka babies, they know how to conduct themselves. And they love their teachers so much that they will be able to enjoy the first day after so many days. So tomorrow again, when we receive children, all the things that we experienced today, where maybe we could fine-tune them even further, though we didn't have anything to fine-tune. But in case the need be, we will take care of things tomorrow as well. And day after, when you all come, everything will be super smooth like today, like first day. So the detailed SOP is present, and principal will take you through, Ms. Sharmila Madiwale will take you through all the details that has ever crossed your mind as a parent, that whether your child will be safe, or what is it that you need to do, and how and where and when, all of that will be answered in just a short while from now. So please be rest assured, we have nurtured your children since 2015. And now they're our children and they're our responsibility. And we own them up with so much love and happiness tomorrow and day after. So don't worry about anything. We are very well prepared to take care of all the children on campus. And if you have any questions, we are here to help you out. And I'm sure you will never even feel the hesitation, and you'll never be disappointed, like always. So over to Nisha ma'am, and
Yes,
thank you
ma'am.
so much for your kind words today.
Thank
Let's
you,
see the
Jayashree, ma'am.
parents and give them assurance again that we are here waiting open arms for each one of them. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Our speaker of today, our principal, Miss Sharmila Madiwale, is here with us. She is synonymous to commitment and integrity. May our school reach great heights under her leadership. As we are aware that as per the directives received by the state government, the schools will be reopening in the physical space. The standard operating procedures and requisite preventive measures in line with the directives have to be implemented for the safety of all learners, teaching faculty, and staff. So over to you, Sharmila ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nisha ma'am, for all your kind words. Thank you very much. A very good afternoon to our founder principal and chief operating officer Jayashree ma'am. A very good afternoon to all dear teachers who are present here, and of course a very good afternoon to all the parents who are here and our dear students who are waiting to come back to school since a long time. We really had been getting so many messages from students, from parents, that we want to come back to school. And then thankfully, the directives were received by us from the state government, and we were asked to reopen the school. I must start the orientation on this assurance that parents, please be rest assured. Because we already have proved ourselves by starting the school for grade 8 to 12 successfully. We had been calling students before this break, and the students had been coming regularly to school. We conducted the classes quite well. We conducted the first semester of ICSE grade 10 examination on campus very much successfully. We also now have started with our IGCSE exams have begun. Grade 10 IGCSE examinations already have begun on campus. So our students have started coming to school over and above. As Jayashree ma'am informed, as she mentioned, we've started with grade 1 to 4 very much successfully today onwards. So today was the first day when we welcome our little ones on campus. And believe me, they were so happy that more than 50% of the students were there on campus. And finally we had to tell them, now wait, this plan is for 2 weeks, after that we'll accommodate everybody. So parents, we have prepared the plan, but of course the plan is for the consent, the parents who have given me the consent for sending the children to school. Only those parents have been, only those children will be accommodated in school as of now. And then after 2 weeks, if in case other parents are also equally interested in sending the children to school, they are most welcome. But this particular plan is for the children who have been given, for the parents who have sent their consent for sending the children to school to begin with. Well, now, when we are talking about this plan, even though there are very few parents who have given their consent, our plan is absolutely foolproof and very much ready. So, right from the days of coming to school, we are calling our grade 5 to AS level students on Thursdays and Fridays. However, grade AS, of course, will be coming almost every day to school because we have so many other things also apart from school. There are a number of activities which are being conducted. So we will be calling these children every day, but grade 5 to grade 9, these students will be coming on Thursdays and Fridays to school twice a week. The timetable for grade 5 to 7 already has been uploaded. We have tweaked the timetable a little to accommodate more number of sessions. And Thursdays and Fridays, only for Thursdays and Fridays, the timetable has been tweaked a little, and accordingly, the children will be taken to school. Now, when they come to school, as I said, those who have given consent will be coming to school. At the time of arrival, their arrival time is 8:30 sharp in the morning. Parents, I request you to just drop your children outside the gate and they will be taken inside by our staff. So I request all of you not to enter into school premises at any cost. So we do not want the place, the school, to be crowded, because we are taking utmost care of each little one, each child who is coming to our premises. So parents are requested to drop the children will be taken inside and the parents will leave immediately. Now, when the children enter into the premises, they will be, their thermal check will be done, and then the children will be taken to the respective classrooms by the teachers. Social distancing will be properly maintained. Of course, sanitizers, washing hands, as the rule which is being given to us, the three important points which are really, really very important: wearing mask all the time, washing hands regularly, and maintaining social distance. This is something which is really going to help us. And believe me, this virus, we don't know how long it is going to stay with us. But then that doesn't mean that we stopped coming out of the houses. And I'm sure many of you must have started coming out of houses where you started visiting malls, you have started visiting your relatives, friends. So why not school? And school is equally, completely equipped to take care of our children here on campus. So, as I said, at the time of arrival, children, each and every child, the temperature will be monitored, checked. If in case we find that there is some difference in the temperature, this particular child's parents will be called. Here, I would like to request parents, if in case any family member, or even if the child himself or herself is not well, if there is any cough and cold happening in the family, please refrain them from sending to school. In such a situation, please don't send your child to school. Send them the next week. That's okay. That's perfectly all right. But if the child is unwell, please don't send them to school. Secondly, I want to tell you that these are the hybrid classes. So when the hybrid classes are happening, your child, if he doesn't come to school, is not going to miss out on the classes, because the time when the teachers are taking classes in the physical space, at the same time, simultaneously, the online classes also will be going on. So the students who are sitting at home also will be following the same timetable, and they will be taking classes along with the children who are in the physical space. So whenever the students are going out on the ground, the teachers will take the children who are at home. They also will be taken on the ground and they will be shown everything, how the students are enjoying. So hybrid classes, the parents who are not in a position to send their children need not worry. The classes will not be hampered. Their studies will not be hampered. The academics will be taken care of. So I come to the same point again, that if in case anyone at home is unwell, please don't send your child to school. After coming to school, the children will be taken to their classes. Initially, as decided, uh, we have taken very few number of students, but we are holding the classes in the 50% of the capacity, which means one student on each bench. Again, this is as per the norms which we have received from the government. So one student will be seated on one bench. Proper social distancing will be maintained within the classroom. The children will be continuously monitored. They will never ever be left unattended. So the teachers will all the time will be there with them in the classroom, on the turf. If in case they are moving out anywhere, even if they are visiting the washrooms, the didis and bhaiyas will be accompanying them. We will ensure that a group of students is not sent outside, especially for washrooms and for drink. Of course, drinking water, we would again request you to send their own water bottles. their own snacks, tiffin, whatever. We have given breaks to them, but the breaks are very small, very little breaks in between. The snacks break also has been given to them, but I would request you to send dry snacks because the children are going to be here for some time. It is not the whole day school. The reporting time is 8:30 and the dispersal is going to be at 12:30. So one break will be given to them when children are expected to have their breakfast, their snacks and something, whatever they want to. That too within the classroom. Parents, please note there is no cafeteria service provided and there is no transportation provided. So which means parents are requested to drop the children at school and they are requested to pick up their wards from the school at the time which I'll be sharing with you now. Please educate your wards at home because sharing of not only tiffins and water bottles, but of course, stationery also will not be allowed to share. So ensure that your children are carrying everything which is needed, which is required for the school. Textbooks, their notebooks, their compass box, their pencils, pens, erasers, everything. All these things are to be carried. Their own stationery box needs to be carried, which will not be allowed to share. So ensure that children carry everything in their own bags. After the break, again, there are multiple activities because we want to ensure that children are given that kind of space, the breathing space when they come to school. All this, almost for 2 years, they had been confined in 4 walls. They could not go out and they had been missing school terribly. So we want to give them that experience. We would want our children to be on the ground, on the turf for a longer period of time. So they will be taken for various activities on the turf. So they get sufficient time to breathe in the open air and to have the company of their loved ones, their friends, their teachers. Here again, I would like to request you parents that please educate your children when it comes to hugging.
Ma'am, your voice is lagging.
Students are coming after a long time to school. They definitely would be missing their teachers, want to hug their friends. So please tell them not to do this so educated well at home. Okay. To school, as I said, we will be taking all this care. Once post that, the dispersal time. Dispersal and if I switch off my camera. Please excuse me. I hope I'm audible now.
Yes, Ms. Sharmila,
Yes,
you're audible. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So when it comes to dispersal, we have our plans in place. So we will be starting the dispersal of grade 5 and 6 at 12:15. I repeat, we'll be starting the dispersal of grade 5 and 6 at 12:15. Parents, I hope you remember that there are 3 main gates. So first, gate number 1 is the main gate from where grade 5 and 6 will be dispersed. From gate number 1, which is the main gate which opens to the reception. From that gate, grade 5 will be dispersed at 12:15. From gate number 2, grade 6 will be dispersed. From gate number 3, which is the gate adjacent to McDonald's, beside the McDonald's, that is our gate number 3. From gate number 3, grade 7 will be dispersed. I hope I have made it very clear. There are 3 gates. One is the main gate, which is gate number 1, which opens to the reception. There, the parents of grade 5 will assemble. The Dispersal of grade 5 will start at 12:15. Parents are requested to carry their photo ID cards to identify the parents, because it is going to be very difficult for us to identify, to hand over the children. So please carry your photo ID card along with you. It could be Aadhaar card or your any photo ID card other than that. So do carry that, and the children will be handed over to you. Here again, I would like to request parents, please do not crowd outside the school gate. We want to minimize the crowd. We do not want any kind of traffic congestion. So please do not crowd outside the gate. Ensure that you pick up your ward and keep your ID card ready, photo ID card ready, so that it will be easier for the teachers also to hand over the children to you quickly. Then grade 6, as I said, grade 6 will be dispersed from gate number 2. And grade 7 will be dispersed from gate number 3, which is adjacent to McDonald's. Grade 8 and 9 also will be dispersed from gate number 3. This is about the dispersal. Parents, one more request. We are not giving ID cards. Identity cards are not given to children. So we request you to buy a temporary ID card from a stationery shop, a small ID card, which is very much available at the stationery card. Write down all the details of the name of the child, grade and division, name of parents, and the contact number of parents in bold in that ID card. We have sent this in the circular as well, but I again want to remind you this. If in case the children have their old ID cards, they can wear those old ID cards as well, but change the year on that. Okay, change the year and change the, if the contact details have changed, please change that as well. So this is something that I want to request you all parents. This is for dispersal and arrival. Please follow the timetable which has been given to you. Wearing of mask is compulsory, and I think we have covered almost all the points regarding the opening of school. We are very much ready and we have proved ourselves. Let me tell you parents that the entire school is sanitized before the children enter the school and after the children leave the school. So it is sanitized twice every day. Again in the evening, it is the same process is carried on. Also, the washrooms are cleaned after every hour. So we are taking sufficient precaution here because we also want our safety. Because along with you are taking care of one child, but we have to take care of so many children along with our staff. We do not want to compromise anybody's health. And that is the reason why we are taking all these precautions regularly on school campus. Now also when school children were not coming, even though only the admin staff was coming to school, the sanitization was happening twice a day. So now as soon as the children enter the classroom, before that sanitization will happen. And as soon as they leave the classes, immediately that process will happen. So please be rest assured, we are taking a lot of precaution and a lot of care. There is a nurse available on campus. She will be there to monitor if in case, God forbid, but some child develops fever or cough or cold, then the child will be kept separately and the parents will be called. How we would do otherwise also. In our otherwise physical school also, children would fall sick, right? So that time we would always call the parents. So similarly, now also we would do the same thing. The parents will be called if in case the child is unwell. Similarly, parents, I would again like to request you all, if in case the child is not feeling well, do not send him to school. Our hybrid classes are happening and running quite successfully. We are very happy and we are very proud of this, that the teachers are managing everything so well. So let us hope that all things happen, and children are very happy when they come back, and looking forward to having a great time with our students. All right. So I think, Swati, we can take questions now.
The first question which has come, may we know the percentage of students who are ready to come to school, and what is the percentage of students who prefer online?
So that, you know what, we are expecting more and more students to come to school. Right now, as I said, very few students, very few parents have given their consent, but we are ready with all the preparation for whatever number of children coming to school. And I feel that if we are confident about everything, I think we should send our children to school. There is no problem in that, right?
Yes.
Yes. Next question, Swati.
Can you advise about the transportation?
Okay, transportation we don't want to provide right now because, of course, we are very much worried and concerned about the health of children. Definitely, we would not want. So, I would request the best possible way for you is to drop your child and go. As I said, our staff will be very much standing at the gate. You just have to drop the child outside the gate. The child will be taken inside. No parent has to come, because this is what we have done with grade 1 parents also. So it is very smooth. The arrival, the dispersal, everything happens very smoothly because it is very well planned. So just drop your child and immediately move. Simple.
The next question is an elaborate one with the same transport facility.
So let us not repeat.
Yes, ma'am. The next question is, if they're just pouring in with the same transport facilities, because students will be coming from private vehicle or cabs or autos, so then the risk is slightly high as per they are concerned about the ward's health. And so we look forward to hear school's views on above points. Again, schools point, they want us to work on a school transport facility so that
of course, see,
health can be.
Sure, definitely. This particular, again, this exercise is going to be for a very small period of time, because we are going to. Jashima, would you like to?
Yes, yes.
Would you like to brief on this?
I would just like to mention here that for safety reasons, we are not starting with the transport facility right away. We already are in touch with the vendor who's gladly agreeing to start whenever the school feels it is safe. And we were taking precautions because the vaccination is still not done. But we have to follow the instructions and directives from the TMC, from the state government. So we don't want to unnecessarily put our children into any kind of unknown territory. We would request parents to bring them safely to school, send them in. When they come inside the campus, we are responsible for their health. Because so much of precaution, cleanliness, sanitization, all of that onus lies with us. We will keep them in safe environment like home, and then we will hand them over back to you. You take them back home. So I think let's not unnecessarily put them into any kind of an untoward incident. So that is why the transporter is ready. We are also ready, but we'll probably be starting the transport next academic year, or as things unfold. See, we are living in the times of uncertainty. We don't know yet how things will unfold in months to come. But we are all quite sure that coming June, we will have transport, cafeteria, all the facilities which the school has promised in functional fully. So as of now, we're just not giving the facility, we're taking the precautions. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Next question is, do the children have to keep their books in the school cubbies, or they are supposed to take it back?
They have to carry it back. We didn't speak about the dress code, did we?
Ma'am, we have already shared with them.
We have shared it in the circle. We have shared it in the circle. So as far as possible, white shirt or t-shirt and jeans, which is comfortable. Yes.
Next is, in online class, children could not hear teacher's voice properly. There's a lag. That's what they are.
Technical glitches we cannot help. However, at school we have taken all the precautions. We have multiple routers placed on each floor, which we have devices which are very much ready, and we have very good, very strong internet connection at school. And also, I mean, whatever, but ultimately at the end of the day, it is technology. It acts, it, nobody can control it. It controls all of us finally. However, keeping all those things in mind, we have taken all the precautions. But despite that, if things don't happen, then probably we'll have to show some patience. Also, what I have observed, Swati, I must say here, that many a times there is a connectivity problem at the children's end,
Yes.
and they feel that they're not able to hear or they're not able to see. So please check the connectivity at the other end as well. Yeah.
The next question is, what kind of masks are the children supposed to wear when they are?
Yes, ma'am. I would request Yashvi
Yeah,
ma'am to take
we
this
have
question.
increased. Sure. See, we have already increased the bandwidth of internet. Many multiple routers and connectivity issues should not come in. But still, in case it happens, we will see what more can be done to make it comfortable for the teachers as well as for the children. Okay.
Mask.
The next question, I guess, is about the school uniform. Is that so, Swati?
Mask.
Mask. Array, that
What
is
kind? What sort of
most
mask?
important. So our experience today was that children were wearing all sorts of fancy masks, and I was quite surprised that there is so much of stress that the parents are going through, thinking that what will happen and how will we protect our children, but they are not sending the children with proper mask. My suggestion to all the parents would be to send an N95 or at least some mask which covers the nose, not a nose and mouth, not either of the two. So we did see very funny masks, all cartoon prints, and smaller, bigger. Some were so big they were hanging out, and they were not proper. I would really request grades 5 to 12, whenever they come to campus, they're old enough to understand what pandemic has put us through, and I don't want any one of us to fall sick. So please be very, very sure that you need to put an N95 or maybe two masks of which are blue in color, but maybe two, so that you get proper filter from the germs, right? So please be very particular. Don't unnecessarily challenge your safety. Even if you want to wear a cotton mask, which is just which is just a printed one, make sure it serves the purpose of covering your mouth and your nose. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
In addition to that, they are worried about if the kids wearing the mask for 4 hours, will it not be suffocating?
So we are taking them on the ground. We will be taking them in the open air. So that is the time when they are going to remove their masks.
Okay. What can you please
for some
elaborate?
time? Only for some time, maybe just 5 to 10, 15 minutes, just for a change. In case any child feels uncomfortable, the person must let the teacher know, and maybe we can send the child separately for a stroll with a peon or somebody, or maybe in the open. So if we see that there is a discomfort, then probably the child can be sent out for some fresh air. But we'll still insist on students wearing masks on campus, and will not like to have anybody without campus for more than 5 minutes. Yes.
Can you please elaborate on the protocol followed by the school in case of any positive case identified?
See, it will not happen. We will not, I'm 100% sure with the kind of precautions that we are taking, we will not have any case with positivity, with COVID positive symptoms, even entering our campus. Because right at the entrance, we are checking their temperature. And right at the entrance, we are checking whether the child is feeling good, if they're feeling all right. And when they enter, at the time of entering the campus, we're checking the temperature or any unusual behavior. or even while going, we are checking the temperature. So on campus, 99.9% you will not get the infection. It'll only be from here if you go to a mall or to a friend's place or maybe shop or treat or something like that, that you might get into trouble. So please refrain for a few more days. I'm sure this too shall pass. Thank you.
Moreover, if I may add to it, we already have requested parents, if in case the child feels uncomfortable, unwell, if any of the family member is taken ill, please don't send the child to school. So definitely that speaks that what kind of, we are also very much ready.
Next question is, does the child need to get tested before coming to school?
No.
Can we still send the fresh consent, or are you considering only the old one?
So then in that case, we will check because this, as I said, I made it very clear in the beginning itself, the arrangement has been made for the number that we have received through your consent forms. So if in case you want to send your children, then you'll have to wait for these 2 weeks. Probably what we may do is we'll send a circular accordingly. We'll have a discussion with teachers and Jayashree ma'am, and then we'll send a circular accordingly.
The next question is again about the school uniform, but what about those students who have taken the admission this year? They might not be having the.
We are not giving uniform. We're not asking. We're not asking anyone to buy.
No, we are not. Very soon we will have sale of uniform on campus for the next academic year. That will be sometime in the month of March. And the children who are joining CP Goenka family now, they can probably buy the uniform at that time. But in school, I want them to be dressed very smartly, preferably a white t-shirt and denims with sports shoes. It's not party time. It's a time where you need to be most comfortable and you need to be receptive of the teaching or the learning, whatever will happen on campus. So nothing very fancy, but smart, clean, ironed clothes, preferably a white shirt, because that white shirt, white t-shirt, and denims should be good.
Will the school start for all the days after 2 weeks?
Sorry, I didn't get that question.
Will the school function for all the 5 days after 2 weeks? I mean,
to wait and see how things unfold. We'll have to wait and watch how things unfold in these 2 weeks' time. We are considering the plans. We are ready from our end. If we can host children for 1 day, we can host them for all the days as well. We have lots of divisions in primary section. We'll have to accommodate the entire campus, all the students on campus in a very systematic manner. So we need a little bit of planning there. We are already ready with our plan B. It will be executed and you'll be informed very soon.
Can anyone else be assigned to pick and drop the wards if the parents are not able to pick or drop their wards?
The photo identification, it could be Aadhaar card or it could be driving license or something, and a letter. Yes, yes.
Any vaccination drives expected from school?
We already had.
We just finished.
We did have.
Only mask and same questions are coming up again and again.
I think we have taken care of all the questions, Swati. Yeah. So thank you so much, parents, and looking forward to welcoming all the students on campus. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jayashree.
Radhika, can you propose a vote of thanks, please? Sorry, I was on mute.
Yes, ma'am. It's an honor to have been asked to propose the vote of thanks on the occasion of the parent orientation. On behalf of CP Goenka International School, Thane, I would like to extend my thanks to all those who are present today, Thank you, Jayashree ma'am, and thank you, Sharmila ma'am, for being so approachable, not only to the staff members, but also to the students and parents who are our major stakeholders. Sharmila ma'am, you have been very patiently clarifying all the queries of the parents. Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to also extend my gratitude to our ever involved and ever cooperative parents for placing their faith in us. Let me tell you, parents, you, the parents, and we, the teachers, we need to work in harmony. We all have the same goal to help make our kids' lives better. Let's all realize when the going gets tough, the tough gets going too. Thank you once again.
And I would also like to thank our technical support person, Mr. Nikhilesh, for arranging this
thank you so
YouTube
much, ma'am.
Thank
session.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nikhilesh. Thank you so
So
much.
we thank you all for the continued cooperation at all times. So we conclude
you.
today's session.
Thank you.
Thank you.